A little bit of Analogue Gaming Napoleonics in 6mm tonight, or today even. This evening, this afternoon. It's the French in very, very, very small scale versus
The
the Prussians.
An equally small scale.
Equally. 6mm Baccus figures all here. So, let's just see what we've got each side. On the French side, very straightforward. We have our overall commander, Marshal Maid, and we have one brigade of 4 infantry battalions, led by a commander, another brigade of 4 infantry battalions and a commander, a brigade of artillery, 4 battalions or 4 batteries of guns, not particularly leading them, and some cavalry, 3 units of cavalry led by a cavalry commander. And Derek, what have you got over on the Prussian side?
We have to get sub in some Russian commanders in a minute. We have the reserve brigade, led by a Fusilier battalion.
Very nice.
Then we have the 6th Infantry Regiment, with its Fusilier battalion backed up by a regiment of battalion reserve infantry.
Very nice.
Each with guns. Then a Landwehr brigade of various assortments. They shall have done shortly.
Motley selection.
And finally, a mixed cavalry brigade.
Very nice.
And in the middle, led in charge, Gebhard Ledrich von Blücher and his mate.
And friend. It's very lonely on the Russian front. Right, so we've set up the table. It's just this is actually the scenery from the Manchester 1642 game we did a few years back, but it's subbing in quite nicely. It's just some generic town somewhere in, where are we?
Saxony.
Saxony will do, yes. So that's going to be the centre. What we're going to do is we're going to play this out, and it's going to be a case of we'll roll first of all, and units will come on from either side, and we'll just do it as a meeting engagement, and just roll some dice and see how we get on. Using Black Powder rules, that's a 2nd edition, but it's our edition, basically. So things will be forgotten, things will be added in. That's the way we play it.
Oh, the Headless Brigade.
Has he still got his head? No,
he's
already lost his head. Already lost his head already. Excellent. He's carked it.
I've got an Austrian commander for the cavalry. Right.
Wonderful. Okay, so I suggest I'm going to stick this here. That's a zip line there. Whoop. Good overall view. Splendid. Right, so I suggest we just roll a dice, and whoever gets highest just starts off. And we'll remove them off the table and then just bring them back on. This one have to go. What do we get? A 2.
3.
A 3.
Okay, so first Prussian brigade. We'll send the cavalry brigade. I'll get stuck in the time. We'll send them along this road. We'll give them an order to move as far as they can.
So, are we just saying everyone's about an 8?
Everyone's an 8.
It's simple.
So 2 dice.
Oh! Das wunderbar. Das blunder straight away.
Jawohl. One here.
Well, actually, with that means that we check on the blunder table and see if they do something dreadfully comedic. And it's got to be in here. Orders. That's a shame because you're in march column on a road. You normally get
underway.
Up blunders. There we go. Roll the dice. 1d6.
1d6, and I get a 3.
3. Move to the left. The unit will attempt to move to a position to its own left, making one move to its own left quarter as far as it can go.
The cavalry movement is 12. So 12.
So basically, come on, like 12 centimetres further to the left.
So we'll go 12 centimetres then. So the cavalry brigade is here, and of course, because we blundered, that is the end of the Prussian move. Dummkopf. I shall remove my brigades off the battlefield since we're now in operation.
Okay, so now shall I send them? I've got a road coming along here as well, haven't I? Oh, yes, that's good. Right, let's have a look down this side. So, I think got some roadage at the centre here. Look on this side here. I don't really want to get stuck into town, but then again, Okay, I'll bring on my cavalry brigade then in march column, and I'll tell them to advance. I'll probably move a bit further actually, maybe than that. Oh, cavalry's 18.
It's about 6 centimetres.
An extra 6 centimetres.
So we go that way.
So, okay, I could actually I'll tell the cavalry to come on
Something like that. Then.
along this roadway here, and I'll instruct the cavalry brigade to secure the crossing here first of all. So 2 dice, do less than 8, 3 moves. So 18, one move, 2 moves, 3 moves there. So I shall put them here, and they'll form up in from road column out into spread out to there. Let's see. Blue can be for the guns. Oh, there he is. I'll have the cavalry commander move up with them. Very good. Scouting out the terrain. I say unless they're moving across the crossing point, I suppose it's going to take maybe takes off half a move getting across the river.
Possibly a move,
Seems fair.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to send. Okay, I'm going to send my 1st Infantry Brigade this direction from this entry point. So basically, I want them to attempt to cross the river and move towards the other side. Essentially, keep that in march column still. So. Oh, very good. Snake eyes, so we get that. So that'll be 12, 24, 36 centimetres worth of that. It's not going to get them across the river.
Get them to the river.
Yeah, so they'll go to the river but staying in march column. So I'm just going to put them that way round. So just to indicate that they're still in march column. And red officer can be at the front leading them. And get over to the next turn. I'm going to bring on my artillery. I'm just going to bring them onto the roadway here. I want to just park them up for the moment and have them sort of in reserve. 6, so 2 moves. So, yeah, I'm just going to keep them on the road here, limbered up, so I'll face them backwards. Indicate that they're limbered. Like that, 4 batteries of guns. Go into middle. There we go. Very nice. And I've got one last brigade to bring on. I'm going to bring this other brigade on this road here. I'm just going to tell them to basically advance to that point there. Let's advance to the crossroads. Oh, 10. No, fail.
No, not going to do that. Which ends it in.
Actually, no, sorry. March column on a roadway is -2, which means it's an 8, so 1 move.
1 move.
Which basically means that the first it's about here. So I think that's basically first 2 bases because it'll get on.
Yep.
And the rest are coming along, slowly plodding along the road. I see he's got the biggest hat, so he's clearly having to attack. And I'll bring my overall commander on. He's going to sit on this hill here and observe everything. Okay. So there we go. That's 1 turn done from there. Oh, my cousin James is watching from Australia as well. Hi, James. So there we go. Everything's moved on. It's pretty good. Right, back over to the Prussians.
So here to happen, I will send my reserve infantry brigade up this road. Go.
Yes. With alacrity. Dead easy.
3, 8, 24 centimetres.
3 moves, that'd be 12, 36.
36 centimetres. So there's 30. And another 6, which will put it there. And we're still in march column. And it would of course be led by its Fusilier battalion. So let's do that. This is artillery in the rear.
Very nice. This place has already had a bit of a. Someone's already been through that bit. Look at the mess.
Yep.
So the girls have been tidying things up.
Right, and that's that brigade moving. Right, so of the mess of it.
Very good.
Coming on already on the right flank. I'll avoid the time, so the other column I will send my...
Yeah, I'd have to have a check in the book about the what happens with towns, but I don't think it's very complicated, but it's probably just modifiers to move around and stuff.
I'll avoid the artillery, so I will send... I have to go through the time. I will send my Landwehr brigade along this road. 8.
8.
One move.
Well, -2 for being in march column on the road at the start, so
6.
2, 3.
3.
8, 7, 6. Sorry, 8, 7, 6. 2 moves.
2 moves, which is 16 centimetres.
It's 12 for each.
12, so
So
24
24 on
centimetres
there,
along
yes.
the road, which gets us to about there. We'll leave with the southern East Prussians, I think. East Prussian. Keep the curve markers at the rear. Sally's into the rear, and led by Ivor the Headless.
the Dummkopf.
Okay, finally, I think my other infantry brigade, my line infantry brigade, needs to come along on this road here. 7.
7, 6, 5. So 8, 7, 6, 5. 3 moves.
3 moves. Okay, so that's another 36.
Yeah, lumbered foot artillery is 12 per go, so they keep up with the infantry.
But there. Skirmishers. Oh, we're going to have a traffic jam. Get out of the way! Reserve, of course, be in the rear.
Achtung Dummkopf.
Of course, led by their general there. And finally, my CNC.
Yeah,
and Arkenhugel there. Yeah, they're on there. They haven't quite made it now. Actually, haven't quite made it on the road yet. Cavalry, sort yourselves out, gentlemen. I have to move them.
They're stuck in the middle there.
5.
Yes, 3 moves. So 18 per move.
54. 30. And we'll go 24. There. Couple to go.
Oh, sweeping advance.
Sweeping round.
They're still in column.
Still in column. Led by the Hussars. They will depart later.
Quick, get the guns on them while they're in column.
Okay. That concludes the Prussian move.
Fantastic. Smooth bore artillery is only 48 centimetres. It's kind of that sort of distance.
Still out.
Yeah.
I don't think you can see them anyway, other side of the town.
Yeah, well, they'd have to move and deploy,
Mm-hmm.
which would be problematic. Maybe right. So that Prussians sweeping along the roads towards the town on that side. I think that's the direction I'm probably going to have to go myself. We'll get.
Let's declutter this area.
I'll get snaffled. Right. Let's head across. Let's get across this river. I think is the important bit. So I'm going to. I was going to take half a move off to get anything across. So I'm going to. I think I'll tell this brigade here to. No, actually, I'll do the cavalry first. Cavalry is going to cross the river and form a screen this side.
Okay.
So that'll be morest important.
7.
7, and they're actually
In column.
deployed. So that's 8, 7. That's 1 move. There's 18. So I'll take them round to about here. So they sort of get around like there, and they sort of end up coming along, sort of like that.
Okay.
So he's going to move up. So he's managed to sort of slowly get them round there. Could have done with a couple of extra moves there to help out. But never fear. Let's go with this brigade here. So he's now going to advance. I'd like them to advance to towards the left of. Actually, yes, towards the left of. How far are we there? 18. So they're going to need 1 move to form into line, and then 18 and another 18. As long as they're not around there, they can't be charged so they can safely move over here and be out of charge range. A bit distant yet. So yes, move to the left, still in column, just across the fields now.
Yep.
So they're not on a road, but they are in column, so it's -1
Minus
the command rule. 7 makes it 6, so 2 moves. So they lose half, or it takes half a move to get across there. So 12, so basically takes them to, that's 1 move. And another 12, so it puts them there. And basically follow everyone along like that, leaving 1
stuck on the other side.
still stuck on that side of the river. He's going to splash across the river and stay in the middle then. And I will send a bit of a network of roads here. These guys are still on the road, so they've still got the -2 advantage. I'm going to tell them to actually basically head this direction towards the hamlet.
Okay.
Over the far side. The whole brigade is going to bring on the rest of them as well. So they are a little bit distant. You can see there. These are heading towards that hamlet towards the left. 7, 6, 5, so 8, and that's 3 moves. So that's 12.
Like a bridge, you're crossing a
12 will take them 1, and 6, as you use half, so it takes sort of another to there, and another 12 will actually take the mortar around there.
Right.
So we'll bring on
the rest of the brigade.
Everyone else will follow along. Kind of, I say I'll put them, because there's not enough space to get them, so basically half is still
there.
the officer's basically going to be supervising the river crossing here.
Indeed.
En avant, vite, vite! Never mind the wet feet. Guns needed this side, I think. Right. Limbard is on the roadway, so I'm going to tell him to basically splash across here, and for the moment, stay in Limbard. Stay Limbard and just get across the other side of that river. So 8. What was it? 7, 6, 5. So 3 moves. So let's go. I can say 12 can take them to the river. So they go 6 the other side using half a move, and you can go another 12. So I'll just put them about there, so they sort of follow along this way.
Yep.
They've managed to get themselves moving a bit better than the infantry. And the CNC is going to take position by this church here to move up and observe a bit better, because we can't need to use him to emergency re-roll anyone or take command. So
okay.
Okay, back over to the Prussians. Let's see where they go.
Right. First thing I'm going to do, the Landwehr Brigade, I will send along the road into town. 7.
6, 5, so 3 moves.
3 moves, which is
12, 24, 36 centimetres.
So it's us 30s to there. So what kind of, what do you see? I'm going there, that's 15. Coming off the road and column. That's 30, so we're about 6 centimetres into time. Which puts us there. So when I'm marching through time.
Great thing about this is you can always utch buildings out of the way to make way for make way for infantry.
And barricades also. Dragging their guns with them. Right, my cavalry will move level with time to there and deploy.
Roll.
8.
Cavalry.
7. 1 move.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, because they're off road, but they're still in column.
So I think 18. What we'll need to do. So 1 move to deploy. We'll deploy. I think we just deploy.
Or just
deploy rather than move.
Yeah, because otherwise, if you've moved here, you'll still be a march column. That could be caught by the guns as they're still in column. Would be pretty much a bad day for anybody.
So we're going to deploy where we are, which is here. Something like that.
Shuffle themselves around into a line.
Infantry brigade will move to the road and deploy.
Deploy along the road.
So along to there and deploy at that point, going that way, forming on it from its left. 5.
5. Almost, yeah, easily 3 moves to do that.
So,
one move will be taken for the deploy from
okay, so
column
that's
into line.
16. 15 gets into there. 24 will get into there. And we deploy along the road. Like
I mean, they could go across country for that. As you sort of stated where you wanted the start and the end of the line to be. That's quite specific. I smell sunken lanes.
Yep. And reserve brigade will echelon to the right.
To support.
Yep. So they'll come off road, deploy and march that way. 90 degrees. 10. No, they won't. 9.
8. So they get one move.
So we'll do one move in column, which is 12. 12 will get us to there. So we're still marching.
Still marching along. Let's come off the road and across country.
Yeah. And Uncle Luca move to there.
So there we see just a couple of turns each, and the battle's starting to take shape already. I do like this game system. It's
quick.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're using general to brigade, you'd be
here forever.
We wouldn't have finished the first move phase.
Nope.
Especially pushing a lot of 28mm stuff around. But yeah, that looks good. Right, back over to the froglets. Now we're not on initiative, so I think I may push my guns slightly forward and start opening up, because there's a big, tempting-looking line of Prussians there. I've got a bit of a gap here, though. They're all within range, so to be honest, I could just give them one move to deploy there, and everyone's going to be able to see and range in on something. So, yes, basically I will unlimber now. Deploy the battery.
5.
Yes. So I just want to unlimber it, basically just unlimber here.
Okay.
Not with me in front, you're full.
Allons-y.
A sort of vaguely Clouseau manner.
That's the cochon.
Do not do that with me in front, you swine.
Clouseau, you swine.
All right. I say that right. This brigade, I'm still going to. Basically, I want them to. Actually, what I'm going to order them is as a brigade will pointy stick time. Deploy in line there. Basically, at the anchored on the farming. The hedgerow field. There. So they are in column still, but they're not on a road. So it's -1 to the roll. 5 down to 4, 3 moves. So
I could do that.
I should be able to do that. So the first unit will go to 12 to there, and a bit of a shuffle forward, and the third move deploys. That. Next one goes 1 move to there, 2 moves to here, and deploys into line. Kind of like that, a little scruffy maybe. The others are probably going to have to carry on. So 1 move, 2 moves, and 3 moves gets them into position. I'll put him like that to indicate he's still marching in column. And the last one loses half a move, so it kind of goes over 6. Get over there, and another 24. So lagging behind a bit, but the first 2 battalions, Delians, have managed to get into position. The last 2 still just coming along behind. So commander moves up to keep them going. Now, I don't really want my cavalry in the way of the guns, so I might actually have to I've kind of got them a bit wedged there. They may just have to stop there for the moment, which is a bit awkward. I'll let the artillery do their job for the moment, as I swing them out the other way. Let's tell this brigade here to continue along. Actually, now I want them to angle between here as they head towards that field over there.
You need to move that hill is spanning a river.
Oh, it is actually. So there's a tunnel. 7, that's 6, so 2 moves. So let's push that on 24, so they'll get that to the middle of. So the lead battalion will end up somewhere in the middle of that. 1, 2, 4. Gets over there. I'm going to follow on. Just behind. He's going to lose half a move going across. You're going to get 6 either side. And then another 12. So lagging a little behind. They're just 6 centimetres apart, so that's okay for that. So one move to there, half a move takes them over, and they're stuck there. Now the problem is that they've now sort of spread out. So that means that next turn I'm going to have to issue these 2. Those can be ordered as a group, but because that's more than 6 centimetres, and that's just in. So these can be ordered as a group, but these are going to have a separate order to move up. So I'm going to keep my commander at least 12 away from them. So he's going to move up here, so he can command that as a group and that as a group without any penalty. But he's still going to have to make 2 rolls. So obviously, if they succeed and then they don't, they'll get caught behind.
Wait a second, can you whiz that hill so it's kind of spanning a river?
That way?
Yeah.
That's a bit. That's more like it.
Still.
Well, the road goes across it.
Yeah.
There we are. Right, that's everything done there. So I think it's time for a bit of shooting.
Artillery shooting.
For the first time. So what we're going to do is artillery here is going to open up on that Prussian line that it sees in front here. And we'll say they're all smoothbore guns.
Smoothbore guns, so 3, 2, 1. What's your range?
Yes.
24.
I think it's 48.
You're saying 24.
Let me just grab the foot artillery smoothbore. Yeah, 3, 2, 1. Around 4, 2 hits. Yeah, so range of that is over half. So that's 2. So 2 dice each. So what we'll probably do is we'll just open up one battery at a time to see how we do. So 2 dice here. So 4's to hit, but over half range is -1. Let me just have a look. It's been a while since we played Black Powder. It's like when we were playing Bolt Action last weekend. What scenario should we do? Let's just line up and and bash and try and remember the rules. So shooting modifiers. Artillery shooting at column or square, no. Close range, no.
Shooting at column.
No, they're all deploying to line, aren't they?
Well, the line would be full cut, big column, double cut.
Actually, it's just artillery over half range is -1, so it's just 2 dice 5s to hit.
2 dice 5 to hit.
So first battery on first unit there. 5 and a 6, so disordered and takes a casualty.
We don't save artillery, do we?
Oh, actually, you do save. Sorry, it takes a disorder. I'll use a blood drop for disorder because that's the 6 hits that. But its morale save is hit by artillery at long range is -1, so that's a 5 up save.
5 up save. 1 saved.
1 save.
So take a hit.
So 1, yeah.
1 hit. We'll use a dash to mark that, I think.
Yeah.
1 hit.
That's good. So we put a bit of damage on them, and they are disordered. Now they'll probably shoot at them now. Try and disorder the whole line if we can. So same again.
Yep.
2 dice, 5 ups. Oh,
you did.
Disordering hit. So 1 save needed. Again. Saved. Are disordered. That's good. Taking out lots of officers here. They're going to shoot at that there. Battalion. 1 hit.
1 hit.
But no disorder.
Saved.
That saves. And they're going to open up on the same one as well. No hits.
No hits.
Okay, so that's good. Some first shooting there. So on here, it's 18 for muskets, isn't it? So they're all out of range. They're all in columns, they can't do much there anyway. Right, that's it. First blood to the French. With just 1 casualty and a couple of disordered units. Right, so end of my turn. Over to you.
Right. To the easy bit. We shall move this brigade to the end of the road. And we shall deploy the line. If we can. 7. 6.
6. Yes, because it offers. So 2 moves.
2 moves. So what does the first
So
move?
can they make it?
It's 12 inches.
12 centimetres, yeah.
12 centimetres. gets us to there, and we start deploying here. Like so.
Ah, it sounds like it's like a column, so we've got a move and a deploy each.
Yep. Right. What I shall do. So first thing we need to do here, we need to.
Now the two
two disorders will come on.
The two disordered, they can't move, and they'll shoot with a -1 penalty.
Okay, then you shoot that anyway.
Yeah, but obviously for moving, if you wanted, you could move those items of it, or just leave the whole brigade where it is.
I think we'll send our skirmishers forward.
That's a straight up
skirmish, straight forward, across to this area and shoot at you.
You may have to move forward to engage that battalion. Yeah. 5. Yeah, so that's 3 moves. But basically, if you've ordered them to move forward to engage, then they just need to get within shooting route.
Which is 18 inches? 18 centimetres?
So I'll measure it out, and you can see. So 18 would be anywhere here, and is that so it can go forward 1 move to there.
Okay.
So that's 1 successful order there. You can keep ordering, so you could order them to move to support them, or
I think we'll just stay where we are and keep that gun supported. They can always rally back on these as they're moving forward.
Yeah, and the gun can fire as well.
Can fire anyway. So our cavalry, we need to move in this sector. Really, we need to move here. So cavalry will turn and move towards the rock.
You always tell them to.
No, they won't.
No, they freeze when
they're staying where they are. Useless. Our Landwehr will move through the town and start to deploy here, make a nuisance of themselves.
That sounds full of flipping infantry.
And they will.
Yeah. So three moves comfortably.
2 moves.
So they can go anywhere within 24 and deploy.
Basically, they start to deploy and let's move some.
So just move some buildings around.
We could make this look nice by having them behind barricades and such like. Or when you get a shot at the flank. I know they're dispersed actually, so that could probably go over here.
So just put the buildings kind of
here-ish.
From there, yeah.
Let's move that forward a little bit.
Yeah, so I'll put that side in there. So which side along? I'll put this building between the two of them. Like there, in amongst buildings.
And then on the side. Kind of shouldn't point out this way. And we'll have these kind of as a reserve for support. And back.
I like the urban replanning.
Yeah.
It's going on.
The gun, perhaps. Could do something like that. That's too far. There's 3 moves. We'll probably only get it to there. 36. 2 moves in deploy. So what we probably want to do.
Yeah, within about 24.
We'll probably do this. Replanning. Replanning. We'll probably do that. I think that would probably be what they would do. Now we could make it look nice by doing this. No, we'll leave it because it's not going to quite work. So Landwehr, put a house there. They're making a nuisance of themselves. That was the intention. There we go.
Wonderful.
Right, that is everyone. Of course, their officer.
Officer up.
Headless Horace. What does Gebhard Lever need to be? He can order them. No, they failed the roster. Can't be ordered again.
Well, he could attempt to
order these guys to move again.
Yeah, he's the overall commander.
Get to that area.
Oh well, I told you.
7.
1 move.
1 move.
So I mean, they could. Yeah, they can sort of swing round and head that way. Still in
formation.
Line. Yeah.
So it's 16 inches.
18 for cavalry.
18 gets us something like that. 18 gets you something there. Let's move the tree. And they will follow. And at last, people are moving. And that is the Prussian move, apart from, say, artillery and, say, infantry. And, say, infantry fire, they did. They can.
Yeah, anyone who's deployed can fire if anything's in range. So these guys can.
Right. Firing from buildings. So it would probably be.
Well, let's have I think buildings would just give you some options for.
Because they can't all fire; they'd all be spread out along.
Yeah, it says entering building is 6-inch penalty, but they're in there.
They're in.
In terms of actually shooting, there's nothing. You get close range +1 to hit. So because you're so close, you get a +1 to hit. for my chaps, they get no negative to their save, but what they did in shooting in the flank, when they changed to second edition, normally they just doubled the number of dice. But what they changed for it was enfiladed targets, because they're shooting there. 52. I think they changed it to make it that you re-roll misses or something. Still nasty. Yeah, shooters can claim enfilading fire when they're positioned on the target's flank. When shooting at an enfiladed target, the player is allowed to re-roll any and all shots that miss. So basically, instead of doubling the firepower, you're still not shooting any extra dice, but it just means that you've got more chance of something going into such a such a massive column.
I don't think they'd all fire. So, is there anything about buildings?
Let me just see what
It says on buildings. I think probably we don't fire with all our dice.
Moving into and out of building, occupying buildings. Yes, there is actually 97. Shooting from a building. A unit in a building has a shooting value of 2 per facing, up to a total equal to the unit's maximum equal to the unit's shooting.
So we're all shooting. So I would say 2 per facing. That's what I thought.
Yeah, if they're sort of
because they're all shooting that way.
Yeah, if you're saying that they're taking position in the buildings.
Yeah,
that's reasonable. Yeah.
Okay, so.
Targets within buildings have a +2 save morale modifier applied to their saving throws. So it's only save on 2s unless you're hitting them.
Okay, so the first, my Kermark Lander will fire on your chasseurs.
Is it chasseurs out the front? Yes. Mon Dieu.
Both hit.
Eek. Okay, so that's saving on 4 ups, I'm pretty set. I should get myself some nice. Basically all. So what's it say? It says cuirassiers, dragoons, lancers, guard elite or veteran cavalry. I think
they're just cavalry.
Regular cavalry.
Regular cavalry.
Regular cavalry. Yeah, basically everything's just regular cavalry here. Hussars, lancers, small units.
Hussars because they'd be marauders. Similar class.
Oh right, yes, that just gives them
not as nice uniforms.
Yeah, 6 hand to hand, no shooting, morale 4 up, and the Marauders special rule, which means there's no penalty when you're further away.
Yeah.
So 4 up saves.
4 up saves.
Oh, 2 casualties. Less good. Red dice for that. Eek, nearly shaken.
And I think the we'll try and shoot them. We'll shoot another volley from
them. Yeah, try and take out the first.
And we do.
Ooh, 1 hit. You 4 up to save that.
Oh,
bounces.
Bounces. I think our artillery, they have to canister those.
Whatever is it close? It's devastating.
Those dragoons. So that's 3 dice.
Yes, and it's 3. Sorry, it's 3s to hit because it's less than 6.
2 hits.
2 hits.
And 1 disorder.
Right.
Disorder hit.
So is that the rear mist?
Yep.
And hit by artillery at close or medium range -2. So they're needing 6s to save. For that. Oh, 1 save. Oh, only 1 casualty. That's pretty much going.
And I think we'll have 1 shot because they're facing that way, so it'll be 1 shot from those houses.
Yeah.
4 to hit. And we don't. Not as effective as I thought it would be, but nevertheless.
Oh no, the cavalry have taken a pasting coming across the edge of that town. It's a stupid place to put them.
Right.
I'm an infantryman by training. I don't know where to put them.
My skirmishers. There's only 2 dice because they're skirmishers, if I remember rightly.
Well, let's have a look. What they? Because I mean, essentially, are they like basically an entire battalion of skirmishers?
Yes, battalion fusiliers, yeah.
Okay. Well, I think then they still.
But they're in skirmish order.
That just gives them some bonuses to be hit or not. So we could probably say that they are. Well, essentially, they're not irregular infantry. They're regular infantry. They're just trained as skirmishers.
Yep.
So I think we'll just have them as they're just in a skirmish formation permanently. So it's still 3 dice, but because they are shooting. That's it. They've taken away the bonus for shooters for people who are skirmishers
That's
shooting.
fine. That's understandable.
Instead, what they've done, it makes it harder to hit them.
Yeah.
So basically, as a skirmisher, I'm still as good shooting as I am in a line, spread out, but I'm harder to hit.
Okay.
Oh,
So
Jaunty Goblin's popped in as well. Hi, Jaunty. Thank you very much.
3 dice.
3 dice, 4s to hit.
Disorder. Picking you off.
Terrible.
Shot downs at officers.
That's Frontier. That one wasn't the leading one.
That's one of your reserve battalions.
And 4 ups to save. Oh, takes 1 casualty. So I'll put 1 there.
Right. And my artillery will shoot at your artillery. 2 dice.
So counter battery, yeah, that'd be 2, and shooting at
So -1, 5.
target is skirmishers, deployed artillery, or not clear is a further -1, so that's 6s to hit.
Might as well get a word. I don't think you're inferior within. I couldn't see them anyway. No, didn't do it. Right. And so.
Is that everything?
That's everything. I think it is.
Had the snot shot out of quite a bit of it. Okay. Right. Up to me. So they're disordered. Not moving anywhere. Maybe try and clear off those blasted skirmishers. Yeah. So they basically these are more difficult to hit, but they don't have any benefit to their shooting, which I think is a nice little tweak there, because otherwise there was lots of modifiers started hitting in, and basically skirmishers on skirmishers just started getting like bogging things down a bit. Okay, let's start off with this brigade then. So actually what we'll say is deploy in line and clear off those skirmishers.
Drive the skirmishers back. Drive those people out of the woods.
So it's a straight up 8. Obviously they're not going to be moving, but it'd be these.
Yep.
Actually no, they're
7s.
I might actually have to order
2
these
separate
two.
orders.
Yeah. So actually wheel round and form up, and then I'll tell them to form up to the side. So wheel round first of all. Yes. That's fairly comfortable like that. And now extend the line. Extend the line. 7. Is it 6? So that's 2 moves. So he's going to go 12. You can put him there, and then second move deploy. He's going to have to do. You can go 24. So he's still in march column, lagging behind, still trying to get into position. To take up position in the centre of his brigade there. That worked nicely. Artillery, you're going to stay there actually. I think just pound the centre. Crikey, no. We don't want to get the cavalry here is being enfiladed, though they've lost someone there. Can we? I don't think cavalry can attack buildings. I mean, that wouldn't make any sense at all, would it? I don't think they can go in there. Let's just have a look. Briefly, I like that the finding stuff is a little bit easier in the 2nd edition one. Things. Fighting from a building. Not fighting into a building. That should be from it. Okay, so only cavalry. Only infantry can enter buildings. That makes perfect sense. That being the case, then I don't see there's any way that cavalry could.
Move out of the way.
Yeah, cavalry. Yeah, you can't enter the building.
You can charge the gun, right? The gun down.
That's true. Only the only ones that
are disordered.
Yeah, the nearest ones are disordered, aren't they? I might need to actually just move the cavalry out the way. Maybe leave that last regiment of cavalry to lead them to their fate a little. I think what we might do then is, we'll just tell the cavalry sweep behind the guns if possible. Basically, spur on, taking fire. So yes, the intention is to spur behind the artillery, and basically wheel left. So it'd be 8 to do so. 6. So 2 moves. Obviously, they're left behind. They just have to be left to their. So 18. We'd actually put them there because I didn't specify where to stop. They're basically going to sweep round Not that way. And at least they're an undamaged one. There. And to be fair, actually, he could stand here, and next turn he could actually sort of bring them up. So actually, he's going to stay where they are.
Right.
Because he can do that. The follow me order. It's a flat roll, and if you get it right, he just picks them up and moves them 3. Yeah. So basically, he can say, "Right, you lot,
out
this way." Beg your pardon. Actually, your end of your turn, disorder comes off. Forget that. Because at the end of my turn, their disorder comes off unless it gets put back on again. So right, that's them done. Last brigade to move, if possible, is these guys. So what I'm going to do first of all is the guys lagging behind at the back. I'm going to push them forward as it is. So -1 because they're in column. So basically, you get a move on. Up to the front, please. 10. No, failed.
Don't. We're not doing that.
Whole brigade grinds to a halt. Senior officer, he's going to be. He could help, but he's quite a way out the way. That's only
24.
It's going to be. It's over 24. It's into the next band. It'll be a -2. What you're needing. Yeah, it's going to. Or it's going to +2 to it.
Because you need a 6.
It's going to +2 to it. Is in column -1. So 8, 10. It's a 9. No, other way around, sorry. That's it, 8, 9, 8. These 7s or less to get anything out of it. Worth a go.
Worth a go.
So he's going to try and push them up.
Right.
Yes.
Hooray.
He does. So, as I told him to push that way, 3 moves. Go on, 36. They just go steaming off.
Into the distance.
Up there.
I might as well order a blunder.
Now that's actually for that. He could actually, although it's a long distance, he could actually tell the rest of the brigade to basically form up on them. But I think with that, we'll just leave it. It's kind of got the brigade. It's got everyone shuffled a bit. I'm just going to shuffle him to the middle. Having marched round the side of the town, where's their firing there? What? Everyone, turn around! Left face! Left face! Yes. Right, that's everything moved. Some shooting.
Artillery.
Artillery first. Yeah, let's keep pounding the centre. Pound the centre, pound the centre. So, same again, 2 dice. Each battery. We'll do each battery at a time. So here we go. Oops. Got it. Tripod. Old Martians having a bit of trouble. That's more like it. Right, so, now, this guy can only see over there.
Yeah.
But so he's going to open fire on them first of all. It's already been hit. 2 dice, 5s it was.
2 dice, 5. 1 hit, disorder again.
Back on them. It's actually, sorry, yeah, it's hits at long range by 2, so it's a 5 to save.
Just the 1 hit?
Yeah.
No!
Oh, turn up to 2. It's good.
Right. On them.
Good. Next battery on the same one, please.
I can try and break them.
Yes. 1 hit. 5 to save it.
Again. No.
Good. They're shaken. Right. Let's see if we can. So they're now going to open fire on the other Landwehr battalion next to them.
Reserve battalion.
No. Over the top.
Escaped.
And 1 less battery will have a crack at the other battalion. Keep on. 1 hit. Disordering them. I'll grab the disorder. And 1 casualty.
Yeah. Boy. Right.
Good. Now, yes, so it's disordered not. So 1 shaken, so they're 50% of the way to being
might do some rallying.
Shaken. Okay. Over here. Alright, we'll try and clear off these skirmishers that have poked their way out of the line. First of all, we'll shoot with this disordered unit here, so that'll be 3 dice. They're disordered, so that's -1. Shooting at skirmishers, another -1. So that's 6s.
To hit.
Need 6s to hit them.
And you don't.
Nothing there. Now, they're going to open fire on as well. Is that within 18? Yep. And they're within 18? I'd say no. So just these are capable.
Yeah.
So they're not disordered, so they're just shooting at a open
5s.
5s. 1 hit. And that's a 4-up save.
No,
1 casualty. But not disordered, so they can pull back if they need to.
That's what you're shooting.
Yeah, that's everything. It's back. I'll remove my disorder so they come off. That disorder comes off.
Okay.
Let's back over to the Pruskies.
Let's stay where they are. We shall move. They're too far away from him because they are more than 24. No, they are in 24. So
it's for every, so you don't get no penalty for the first 12, but then it's every 12
so it's
increments will be -1.
So I'm a 9 to move there. Let's stay where they are. Let's move this brigade.
If they're within 12 of an enemy, they can make a initiative move. Are they within 12 of anyone there?
Nah,
not quite. Okay.
Okay, why am I using red ruler when I've got that? I've got my shrink team. There you go.
Okay.
I've got 3.
You're a nice shiny sandwich there.
Okay. We'll move forward our column. We'll deploy alongside these guys and engage a firefight.
I think we might be in trouble here.
5.
Yes, that's 8, 7, 6, 5, 3 moves.
So first move, 24 takes my skirmishers up alongside. 24 takes them alongside. 24 takes them to there.
As long as they're all within, and they're all going to be within 18 at musketry range, aren't they? Comfortably.
24 takes them to there. And 24 takes the gun to there. Right. Now, the cavalry, they need to be kind of following up.
Okay, sweet. I'll see if I can replace
That was something that looks a bit more.
reds for casualty numbers, so we know.
Okay. Then we have one here. Shall I do the same on this one?
No, good. Actually, even some of these will probably. I've got. Let me have a check in my dice bag. I've got some.
Okay.
Some ones. Actually, I'll put my. I'll use my reds on.
On yours.
Yes, carry on.
Okay, right. I think we'll move the cavalry first. Just move them to support. The line. 7.
7, 8. That's one move.
So we'll just move to there.
One casualty.
Something like that. So officer there. And lancer support. Okay, no. They're disordered. They're not disordered, but they need rallying. So we will we will pull, can't pull them back. Pull this line back. Rally these first. So he will try and rally one of those.
That would be the last order that guy can.
But I have my CNC here.
That's true. Yes, he could do that. Or the CNC could do the rallying. So yeah, 2 dice, and if so, yeah.
So that's down, right down.
Takes off 1 of that. Yeah, down to 2.
2. The CNC will order the non-disordered brigade. No, CNC will rally. Can't rally one off.
Yeah, you've always got to keep. If you've got one,
we've got to keep it.
He could also try and
rally the second one.
Yeah, I see no problem with that. 8, bang on. Yeah.
We're down to 1. We're keeping them in the game, Heinrich.
Yeah, under the stern gaze of their brigade commander and under Blucher himself, they decide they're not going to run away.
My children, you're staying. Yeah. Herr Marshal. Right. I think we need to stay where we are and finish those guys off. Langford doing a sterling job holding the time. It's intended to do. Let's see what happens. There's no count in the vicinity. No, those guns are unsupported. That could be rather nasty. Let's see. Okay, so we will concentrate fire on your Porsche.
Oh, had it there.
Right.
Another double canister at point blank.
One shot from the Landwehr from the left, starting from the left. Or your right.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
Yeah. So that's a 4 up save. It's just musketry. Yes, saves. Goodness.
Okay. The artillery is 3.
3 as 3's to hit. Remember it's
2 hits.
So 6 is to save because it's artillery at close range. Another 2 hits. They are shaken.
Okay. The East Prussian.
Any more? We're going to start with a break test.
Both miss.
Sorry, it's a close. Within 6.
Oh, the hit. Yeah, 1 hit. Yeah. Just hit. Yeah.
So 1 4-up save. Yes.
Oh, right.
Ooh, holding it shaken.
And 2 from the other Landwehr battalion with care markers. Both hit.
Oh. 4-ups we need.
No!
Oh, right. So they're
Hawk,
taking
hawk, and dry.
one excess casualty, so they'll be taking a
Hawk,
break
and dry
test
mile,
this
hawk.
turn.
Right.
Finally starting to quaver.
My artillery. I think we can't really see galloping across our front some cavalry. That's a long shot. That'd be a 1, wouldn't it?
Which one, sorry?
That gun could.
It would, yes, but they'd be. You'd be actually, because it's envelope, you get to re-roll any and all misses, so
It might be worth a go.
it's worth a
So
shot.
1 dice.
So it's
Probably. Look at those.
over half range.
Yep.
So that makes it -1. It's a 5-up.
2 dice, 5 up, or 1 dice?
3, 2, 1 over
1
half
dice.
range. Yeah.
1 dice high, 5 up. Ah!
You can re-roll because it's an
Reroll. Come on,
enfilading
gentlemen,
fire.
give me 6. Yes!
Yes,
I'm disordered.
disordered. And artillery at long range, that's a -1 save, so I need a 5-up to save. Yeah, no casualty, but they are disordered.
That's checking the wind off your sail somewhat.
As for that cavalry brigade is in
Okay.
disarray.
My skirmishers will fire your infantry battalion. 3 dice. Again.
Along here. Yep, so it's
4s.
4s, yep.
1 hit.
Oh, disordered again, mon dieu. How was that? Was it 1?
Just the 1.
That's the 1. 4-up save. Yes, no more casualties.
My other skirmishers will fire at them now, joining in.
2 hits, they're already disordered. 2 saves needed. 2 saves made. Oh, taking shots in, but they're not worried about it.
And that they will fire your second battalion as they come up.
Oh mon dieu!
Disordered them.
All the colonels and all those dress uniforms in tatters.
Hat shot through
Had
everything.
shot to pieces. Aren't 2 casualties there?
Don't think they can shoot. Only 18.
Taking a pasting there.
No, you're right. Okay.
Oh, not so good there. Is that everything?
Everything.
Are you done?
So, yes.
Are you done now?
Reload.
Yeah. Reload.
Hawk, on dry mile hawk.
Oh, crikey. Oh, I will send you a link as well. So I was doing a Revolutionary War French infantry drill with that. All tout en français aussi. Oh.
Same as Napoleon, 1792 reglement. I've done it.
This one was the 17. I think it was 1777.
Or the earlier one.
Yeah. I don't think there's a great deal of difference. It's still very streamlined.
Simple, very, very ergonomic.
Yeah, very straight. There's no sort of poise and resting.
No,
it's just
all just
stick it on your shoulder. Poof.
Carry on.
So very.
More else, sir.
Oh God, yes. Right. So 2 dice, 1 excess casualty.
Mm-hmm.
What do we got? Oh God, no. Bye bye. Yeah, that's. There's no rule set anywhere where that's good for morale, is there? Yeah. So it is infantry cavalry outcome shooting in hand to hand. 4 or less breaks is deemed destroyed. They flee. Basically minced
Goons.
by artillery.
Minced by artillery and shot to pieces by
They've
Landwehr.
gone. Luckily, they're not shaken.
That's why.
They're not shaken.
That's why Black Party only have 3 battalion brigades.
Yes.
It's pointless having 4.
Actually you have it in odd numbers, don't you?
Yeah.
So you have 3. If you have any more than that, have 5.
Got 5.
Because then it's 2 out, then it's 3 out, and so on. For scaling up the size of your game. Right, over to me. Is it my turn now?
Yeah.
Can I do something now? Now, that was really.
They're completely out of it though. Infantry brigade.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try and do something with these guys here, and I think it's gonna get across
And
these sort of canals near here.
You've done reverse what the Saxons did at Leipzig. Saxon staff officer put all the Austrians in that wooded area. Couldn't get them out.
Good, yeah. Just stay there.
Meanwhile, the Austrian guard and the
Sit
Austrian
there.
grenadiers and Russian guards and
Camping for a
just
week.
getting hammered by the French over there.
I think I think my artillery over there is doing fine. My infantry are probably going to have some trouble. So I managed to just move the cavalry. Do something about it. They're disordered. So, and my officer's kind of out of the way, so I might just... I might actually try and just rally something off them with that guy and see how far away. I'm not certain if I'm sure distance probably has an effect. Let me just check the rally order. It's probably a -1 or -2.
Is that going to order for a -1?
Yeah, normally it's the rally is just a flat roll. To face hand-to-hand combat. In the orders, surely. I think it is actually. Because it is an order. Order 3 moves, proximity moving units. Charges, 'cause I'd like to get some of that damage off them, and then maybe at least do some sort of glorious charge into probably a mass volley of Prussian musketry. Here's the ground.
I haven't been that effective. But I missed one over all I hit.
Must be in here somewhere. Off ground. Shaken unit. Is it with the shaken units? No, that's been break tests. Why am I not seeing it? I've done. Let's go to index and see if it says rally. No, it doesn't. It starts with range. I haven't removed that.
What?
No, the rally order 34. Found it.
Just do the FU dice.
It's within 12 and has 2 or more casualties. Okay, so actually, he's out of position. He can't. So all he can do is basically do his move of getting back up.
Getting back up to rally them?
Yeah. So he's moving there, but he can't do anything. Right,
Okay.
that makes sense. Yes, stay closer. That's the lesson there. Now then, this whole brigade down here, so far it's untouched, but still it is in column. So he needs to spin around and start moving. They're within 6. Everyone's within 6 now, so I can do a brigade order. Right. In that case, I'm going to keep it nice and simple. Everyone does face left, advance on the town.
Okay.
They are in column, so it's -1 because they're in their column. 5, 6. They're down to 5, 8, 7, 6, 5. 3 moves.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 move spins them all that way, and then further 2. So that's going to take 6 off that. So that's 1 move takes them just to there. Move up to there. They're advancing on the town. 1 move would take them to there, and another move would literally, I think, take them just across the river. 1 move, I think another one would just take them across that first bit. And 1, I think another one would take them to about there.
Right. Yeah.
Reasonably. So up on top there. Maybe to give some volleys to start with. It's going to let's cross over here, I think. Okay, that's good. There's something. Hey, you were not entirely useless. Within 12, so I might advance my Marshal. Yeah, he's going to move more into the middle behind the guns and cavalry. Over here. Over this side, disorder is abound, so they're not moving very much. What I will do is tell these guys to deploy to the side. Not.
No, because I think we could shoot.
No. So they take an order to do it. 6. Yeah, so basically they move to there. That's it. Everything is done. So shooting. We'll start with this side. They're taking some casualties already, but they're all disordered. So let's see if we can have some stuff at the side here.
Brandenburger
So
down
they can
front.
shoot. Probably those are the target, I think. So
Okay.
those are going to shoot at them first of all. 3 dice. And
That's
so
on the Brandenburger.
4s to hit.
1 hit.
1 hit.
That's
And
4.
4 to save.
No.
1 casualty.
Casualty on the Brandenburg second attack.
He's going to shoot as well. The same one. Oh,
Disordered him.
3 hits. Disordering.
Ooh, it's a good morale test if you're not careful, gentlemen. Staying in line.
Oh! Hang on. The 3 6s. Beautifully rolled. That's steely German courage there. They are disordered, however, by that. Let me see. Okay. In the middle, they're disordered, but they're going to shoot at the skirmishers in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be 6s, though, isn't it? So, actually, we'll target that one then instead. And so that's still going to be 5s to hit, rather than 6s. Ah!
You did the same.
Good lord! 3 6s to hit.
So they're already disordered.
Yes, yeah. They're just 3 saves.
Oh, we've lost 2.
2, so they're shaken.
We're shaking.
And the final one here. Shall we try and put some fire on them? That's 18 to there. So yeah, maybe they'll concentrate, or the whole brigade, or it concentrates fire on there. So that's another 3 dice. Disordered, so needing 5s to hit. Oh, curses. Not quite enough there. Sorry, India, those should be disordered, should come off those. Beg your pardon.
Getting moved. Leave them there because I'm expecting them to go back.
Yeah, keep them handy. So one. So he's going to shoot at them. There, eating no. Lob a shot in. No. He's going to shoot there. Maybe a disordering coming in. No. He's going to shoot over there. Still no. Very, very ineffectual French artillery there.
Running out of ammo.
Yes, running low. Over this side, let's try and shoot into the town a bit. And they do get +2 to their defence. Yeah, so we'll try and crack some shots. So 3 dice here into those. So 2 hits and disordered.
Right.
And yeah, these are all counted as being like in buildings, aren't they? So that's 4, 2 up saves actually. So only ones will cause casualties.
Fine.
Okay.
They're disordered.
They are disordered.
Very disordered being in time.
Right. And they'll have a crack at them as well. The rest won't be able to see anything that's in there. So just because they're on like the edge of the town. 1 hit. Yes, 2 up saves.
Okay.
That's everything. I'll remove my disorders. Right, back over to you.
Okay, I shall see. Let's keep you fighting. So we'll move that brigade up down to there and fall just facing that way, stopping you from getting into time.
Okay, so basically take position in these buildings here. Yeah.
5.
Yeah, there's plenty of move to do that. So just shove the buildings around. So put it there. Yeah, that's
there.
That around. In buildings. There we go.
I don't want to do that cannon.
I mean, you can, as an order, you can manhandle it round here for 6, because it's not limbered.
Yep. And 1 pop. We'll just stay where we are. Pum. We could try and move it to there. It's a bit of a risky manoeuvre. Brigade order those 2 battalions out and wheel.
Yes, I think. Yeah, well, obviously, if those guys, well, they're disordered anyway. So you've successfully ordered them. So now it's an order for each of these. But they're all together. So you could
wheel them all out as a group.
Yeah, wheel around there. That puts the artillery in some considerable peril.
Let's try that.
Oh. They basically just. Oh mon dieu, Ned! Actually, if you put the artillery gun in the middle.
Yeah.
I'll do that just for.
They would probably do something like that. Put a column like that. Maybe a march column. Well, not march column, field column. So probably shoot 2 rather than 3.
Oh, like a attack column.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's really not very good for them at all. Yeah, it does spread out the brigade for any future turn
Yeah.
orders, but
But to be honest, all they've got, those 2 battalions have got to do is just stay there and shoot.
Yeah.
Keep you off.
Because you could always move officer up there then
Yeah.
if you're going to basically not abandon them, but sort of drop them off there to do.
Yeah. Right. They're too far away. They can move forward to there. So what we shall do, in order that those that can, this is going to be separate orders because they're in the way. Right, basically, line there, gun in there. Skirmishers can see where they are because they can shoot.
And keep that other battalion back as reserve.
Yep.
Reasonable.
6.
Yeah, that's enough to do that.
So we're here.
One move there, and basically it's one move and to deploy. Yeah.
Okay. And he's also going to try and rally. Since he's done that successfully, he shall try and rally.
Yes, because they're not taking an order.
9.
No,
Oh,
9.
Literally. 9.
Literally.
They're pretty okay where they are. Perhaps we need to cavalry brigade. I think actually he's too far away there. Risk. Yeah, move the cavalry brigade to there. 7. 1 move. I'll probably give them that to there like that. I won't actually get them to there doing that, I think. That would seem to be us.
Lovely. Shootings and stuff.
Okay, from the right, I'll take those. Battalion down the
Yeah, 3s and 4s.
1 hit disorder.
1 hit, disordering them.
Or disorder marking or something.
4 up save.
No.
No, 1 casualty. I've got some of these.
The gun. On the same battalion.
No, actually that is 2 dice because it's not 6, but yeah, 2, and there is it's less than half range, so it's 4s.
Already disordered.
That's at -1. -1. Yeah, 5 to save. Oh, it does.
That's it. Okay, they're disordered, so they're shooting at 5s. That battalion there. 1 hit.
Ooh, disordering. 4 up save. Yes.
Saved it.
Good.
Mon Dieu. Skirmishers on those.
Oh! Splendid shooting.
Doing very well, thank you very much.
4 ups, please. Oh, 1 more, they're shaken.
Okay.
Kamal.
Those
Bon.
them. Okay. They're not shaking. All hits still disordered.
Everything, just complete disorder. Yeah, that 3, wasn't it?
Yep.
4 ups, please. Yes.
Oh.
Thanks, no casualties.
We're disordered, we can't do anything, but
It was
we
just
don't
frozen
care.
in place. It's chaos. It was hardly a field officer on his feet over there.
Gun, long shot at your cavalry brigade again.
Here? Yeah.
5.
Yeah, 1 dice, 5 re-rolling.
3.
No, re-roll.
No,
No.
not this time. Okay, my Landwehr. They're in attack column. I think it's just 1 dice.
Attack column is. Oh,
Might be
check.
2.
I think
It might be 2 in the new one, but it's 1 dice in the old one.
Let's have a look. Formation. March column may not. Attack column, shoot 1 dice.
Right, still 1 dice. 5.
Yes, hits. 4 up save. Saves.
the artillery.
Oh,
It's in 6, I think.
I think it's. I think we will grant it 6 for dramatic purposes. So 3, and it's close range, so it's 3s to hit.
2 hits.
2 disordered. And 6 is to save at close range. Oh! Oh! Well, disordered, but takes no casualties. A lot of 6s on the save rolls. So it's been.
You'll run out of these 6s sooner. The Landwehr on the same battery.
On the edge, yes. 3 dice. 2 hits. And oops, 4s to save. 1 casualty. Finalement, 1 casualty. They only take 2 casualties.
Right.
Artillery batteries.
That would seem to be it.
Yeah.
There.
They can shoot. Up
Yeah,
there. They can shoot across
disordered.
there.
So he will shoot 3 disordered, 5 to hit. 2 dice, 5 to hit.
Yes, yes, in the buildings.
1 hit disordered them.
Disordered them, stops them coming in. It says they crest the rise there.
Accurate fire from the
Is that,
buildings, wasn't that?
1 hit.
Yeah, 1 hit.
1 hit. 4 up.
No.
No, it's a casualty as well. Oh no. 8. Running out of. No. I'm now running out of red casualty dice. There will be some more in here. Yes, there's 1. Oh yeah, I've got a few more yet. 1 hit on that. Put that there to remind. Yep.
Okay, and then 2 dice again on your infantry coming forward. So reserve it on you.
Yeah, I think they're in close range. Yeah, they're less than 6, so it's 2 dice 3s to hit.
1 hit.
1 hit and 4 up save. No, another casualty there.
Right.
I can hear the wailing of French mothers from here. All I can smell is sauerkraut.
Yep.
Pity I didn't bring my disorder tokens. There'd be smoke explosions everywhere. Oh.
Cohesive battle.
Did Pete do Napoleonic casualty models as well?
He does.
Must have done.
Should get some.
I mean, even if it was like a casualty and a thing to hold a dice, then you can stack it. It's like a strip behind the battalion.
Yeah.
And actually, it's good. Obviously, when you can stack 3, but I only do mine as 3 counters because I've usually got 3 small bases making.
Yeah.
So it's just when your casualties match your bases, it's shaken, and you can see. Right. So that's your turn over. So you remove all your disorder. There's 1 there.
1 here. Brings those out of the way.
And now then, let's just check. So I've still not got anything that's not shaken. Yeah, that's not shaken. That's 1 shaken out of 4, so that's still fine.
Still in the fight.
So yeah, I've still got 3.
You might lose your artillery soon.
Yeah, I don't think they're. I mean, I have to just turn around and blast that at close range, which might be an option. Right, let's run over here and see. So yeah, maybe can we swing the whole battery round to open fire?
We can't swing on him because he's disordered.
Yeah, he's going to have to stay where he is. So maybe swing those 3.
That'd be group order to those 3.
Yeah, and are they within?
They
Are they within 12? So
right, so you could.
That one isn't, and that one isn't. So that one
can swing
basically
around.
just
Swings
around like
shoots.
that.
Okay.
And to blast them. So those 2 basically,
They need an order to do
swing round and do that. So swing round there. We got there 8, 1. So 1 was sort of 6. So yeah, you can basically go 6 to there, and 6 takes him to there.
Oh, we can regret this.
So, hand pushing the guns around. Okay, let us. This might be interesting. Can we get my guys to, if they get 3 moves, will the cavalry be able to swing around there and charge that other cavalry? Nice. 18 will be 1 move to there, 2 moves to there. So it'd be like that.
Okay.
So, okay, we might then declare, charge those cavalry there.
We can't do charge.
Yeah, and that would basically make a melee there. So we'll do that for dramatic purposes. So that's 8, so there's 5, 6, 7, 1. So I get 1 move. So basically charge. Let's push these guys out first. We'll around and go to there. And those, around just to there. He's going to move up and wave his sword a lot with them.
Okay.
Change the face of the battle there a bit. I think you would only have to declare a counter charge if we actually connected.
Yeah.
Because otherwise that's basically like a.
Yep.
They've only moved that far.
Oh, cuirassiers as well. Ouch.
There's not a great deal. Not these to move.
Shoot.
I'll just rally.
Do some rallying.
There, because we only do 1 rally.
Where's your officer? Oh, is that right?
He's right behind him. 7. Yeah, so it takes him down to 2. So they're not shaking anymore.
That's what he can do.
That's it. Yeah, he's done. There's no point. I can't rally. He could.
Try and rally.
He could try and rally them.
No. No, he didn't.
Close.
They're a bit shaky, those cavalry.
Now over here, disordered. Let's do. Now they're within. Yeah, it's over.
You got to get across a river as well.
Yeah, they're on within 12, but they're actually only 4 centimeters apart. So that will be they just basically pile up to the building to go in and charge. But obviously you'd get closing fire.
Yeah.
To do that, so they're going to do that on initiative and basically just pile in.
Okay.
And then what he's going to do is he's going to order them to support and those to advance.
Okay.
So basically, the rest of the other battalions are basically told move forward. 7. That's how 1 move. So they're basically going to come in like that. So in a supporting position, and they're going to move. Let's see. That would kind of get them.
Oh, we sent a Leger battalion in.
So they're just going to sort of 1 move kind of gets them at the river.
Okay.
But I should put them there actually, so they're supporting their friends. So they're going to shoot at that one. Okay.
Right.
We'll leave them there where they are, and let's start. Actually, should we do the shooting down here? Because it's just a sort of straightforward
slugfest
line battle here. So everyone's disordered.
So
It's all 5s. So him on there. 5s up.
1 hit
One
disordered.
hit, disordering them.
Not
And a
saved.
casualty. Good. I'm going to fire on the shaken. One's there. Oh, good. Disordered and 2
Saved.
hits.
So puts 1 forward.
If you fail to save, you get to save.
Oh yeah, I'll save it. How many hits are 2 hits?
2 hits.
Both
Oh,
saved.
both saved. So they're still on 3, still shaken. They're going to shoot in there to try and do some more damage. Again, 5 needed. All missed. And they're going to finish off. No.
No.
All missed. Oh, temptingly close.
Temptingly close.
Disorder a little of them.
Should have won that one, shouldn't
Right. Double canister at point blank range. The artillery brigade.
All 3 guns. This could hurt. This could blow this brigade away.
Within 6. So actually, no one's within 6. But they are within half range.
Yeah.
So
2 dice.
I think it's all going to be on
That.
them. So 2. I'm going to do 4 for starters. Then we'll see what that one wants to do.
Okay.
So it's just 4s.
Yeah.
So yeah, these 2 into that battalion there. Pretty good. 3 hits and they're disordered.
Okay.
And it's not a bit, so it's -1 save, so 5 to save.
Okay. 1 save, 2 hits.
Ooh, 2 hits. Right, last one's going to try and
Blow them away.
Yeah, try and put last 2 shots into them. Let's do some damage.
No!
Oh, awful.
I think I have to bayonet charge them now.
Yeah. That's the point to take the bayonets in. Right, over here, let's see what we do. We'll do everything and then the hand-to-hand last of all. So, disordered on the top of the hill.
Yeah.
So, 3 dice, 5s to hit.
6s to hit because in buildings? Or is it because we're...
I think that, yeah, let's have a look. It might, or not clear. That might be targeted skirmishers, deployed artillery, or not clear. That might count. Yeah, because they're not a clear target in the building. So it's 6 is to muskets into buildings is going to be unless you're going to blow the building up.
Nothing.
No, and these will try as well. See if we can do anything.
Nothing.
No. Right. In that case, I think the only way to get infantry out of a building is cold steel.
Yeah.
So they've charged in. So you do get
Closing fire.
2 dice of closing fire.
Which is the standard.
2 dice, and it'd be 3 ups because they're within close range, within 6.
1 hit.
1 hit, 4 up to save.
Save.
Yes. Now, close combat. So let's just check if there's anything weird about fighting in and out of buildings. Yes. I'm sure there will be some modifiers.
That's my Silesians.
There'll be a lot more dice to roll, I should think. So, combat results fighting from a building, 98. Lovely. Only infantry can assault a building. Must be able to reach the perimeter with 6-inch move remaining to make an effective charge. Yes, so basically as they like get in and start kicking out. Each side of the building can be engaged the same basis as standard units of troops. Right. A unit fighting from a building has a +2 morale bonus for shooting and fighting, so they'll be saving on 2 ups.
Oh, so you didn't shoot me yet.
But that's in the combat phase. Yeah. It has a hand-to-hand combat of 2 per facing. So actually, you're going to be
4 dice.
Yeah. Whereas I'm attacking with 6, so you're a lot more tanky.
Yeah.
But I'm a lot more offensive.
Yeah.
If you see what I mean. So as I've charged, I roll first.
Yeah. And
then you defend. So I'm going to roll because it's normal Italian. 6 dice.
6 dice. For 4s.
The 3s because I've charged.
3s because you charged. Okay, I'm saving on 3s.
You're saving on 2s.
2s.
So 3s to hit. Some good ones. Oh, awful.
3 hits.
3 hits. So
I'm saving on 2s. All saved.
All saved. Right, now you get to fight back, and that's
4.
2 dice, because that's the facing,
Yeah.
but it's 4s to hit.
1 hit.
1 hit disordering, and 4, and saves. So, neither side scores any casualties.
Yeah.
That means we do a test.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, combat resolution. Sorry. Neither of us scored anything,
Yep.
except I have 1 support, so I win the combat by
1.
1. So you have to take a break test with a 1 modifier. Let me check that. That's what it is.
What does it say about the actual buildings? Is it?
Oh, let's have a look at it. Bring it to. A unit in a building that takes a break test ignores results that oblige it to retire and hold its ground without becoming disordered instead. Combat results and buildings. Units fighting buildings receive a combat bonus. Wait, so you get a +3. Beg your pardon, you've actually won that combat.
Yeah.
So I take the break test.
And you're disordered.
Disordered, yeah, so break test -1. But not for any casualties, because we didn't take any casualties in the combat, they're just disordered. Get, I'll reroll that because it's cocked to buggery. 3. They break. And flee. No. Okay, so assaulting buildings is really difficult. That's what I just learned.
Yeah, don't try this at home.
Don't try this at home. That's what we need to do, is roll up some cannon and blow the buildings to pieces.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
Or send skirmishers in.
Oh, okay. Tiny unit. Okay, if a building is occupied by artillery alone, no bonus, because they're going to do some damage anyway. If it's a tiny unit, the bonus is 1. Small unit, it's 2. Standard unit is 3. But 3 stands.
Yeah.
Is how big a standard unit is.
Yep.
Excellent. That's good. We actually don't do a lot where there's building fighting in some of these games. That's interesting, and I like it.
Okay.
So they're all done there. They're all done that. So remove disorder. Remove disorder.
Disorder stays.
Take off all the disorder, as everyone's suddenly been promoted in an entire brigade. Wonderful.
Okay.
And back over to the Germans.
I think the first thing has to be, is it within 12? We're going to bayonet charge that battery.
Yes. Yeah.
So he's just going to hit them. That one. He can't move, but he can, so he will hit them.
Ah, right, yes, so in attack column?
Yep, an attack column straight in.
Rump. Okay.
And if you do it, he can actually move into line attack it, couldn't he?
No, that'll be 2 actions because you have to change formation. Yeah, so you could order it, but
That's an attack column.
But yeah, as he is, if it's an initiative move, then yeah, it's just running.
I'll hang on. Right.
Actual manual gaming stream, Jarzi. Yes, that's right. Yes, that's what I said. Charge resistance is futile.
Okay, this brigade will advance towards you.
Oh, and take on the cavalry with muskets.
You've got must form square.
Oh, that's if I charge them, then they would attempt to form square straight away. But they can certainly advance the line forward and give a volley.
Yeah, because it can only really do. It only really destroy one of us. 7.
7. Yeah, one move. So let's see. Step. Another
12 centimeters forward.
50 paces forward and fire. So yeah, go 12.
That little marker, that will do very nicely. And we should bring our gun with us. Actually, let these gentlemen have that.
Yeah,
move up
push
and
them
down
there.
because what I intend to do is move these to there.
You look, you're off into the jungle.
Sun hat, raincoat.
Just in case, what is Manchester?
Yes, it's a Manchester summer expedition.
Yeah.
Sun hat, raincoat, and smack.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll see you.
Probably about 9ish, hopefully.
Okay. Right. See you later.
Bye now.
Bye. Yeah. We're going to see Tenerife.
Ah, very nice.
Right. I think we should attempt to unhook your line.
Ah, we're going to do a charge into them.
Yes. 8.
8. So that's one
One
move.
move. Which is
Right.
12.
So
Gets us to there.
I know 18.
18. Oh. 18.
Cavalry.
Gets us
And that would connect. So let me just check my charge in because I don't. Again, I haven't done this with anything which could possibly form square because obviously American
must
Civil
form
War.
square. I think you've got to roll and you do it.
I think that's that's it. Let's have a look at the
And I just hang back then.
charge reaction. Yes, the positioning of the charge. Charge responses. Tend to face evade. Evade, no. Square. Must be in here.
This must form square rule.
Ah, I think so. Special battalion squares. Units with the form square special rule. Yes. Oh, that wasn't that far away. Attempt to form square when charged to their front, even if disordered. Well, not anyway. Roll 2 dice to add the scores together. Okay, on a result of a double 6, the unit is disordered. Okay, it can still form a square, but because it's disordered, the enemy can charge how it's described. On a roll of double 1, it's not only disordered, but it can't form a square and must receive the charge of the halt. A unit that forms square as a result cannot also deliver closing fire. Ah, okay.
But we'll just bounce.
Yes, that seems to be how that.
So unless you roll double 1, we'll bounce.
Yes. That's not roll a double 1. Okay, that's fine. So they do form a square.
You do form square, but you can't deliver. You can deliver closing fire.
No, you can't. It says you're too busy.
Yeah. Forming square.
Cannot
square.
also deliver closing fire. Its forming square is a reaction to the sudden appearance of enemy cavalry and has no time to shoot.
Okay, so they've gone. Your order. The dragoons, just at the end there, just to face off your cuirassiers, just in case they get any ideas. No, we won't. We'll stay where we are. Cavalry let me down on the last. I'll try that later. Right. I've had to give notice from that brigade. I see and see it needs to be moved. somewhere closer. Okay, this is what we do. The gun stays where it is. The rest of the gun stays where it is, as does the shaken unit. Rest of the brigade advances. So that's those three.
Oh, closing down the range.
Yeah. That's the idea. 5.
Yes, they do.
So they go to there. They will have to go through that gap. How far can they move?
Well, we've got 3 moves
So that's 20
to do it with
36.
that.
Oh yeah, they can actually do that.
Plenty of time to actually push in
And they'll go there.
leave the shaken unit to recover their senses.
Yeah, and now he's going to. Now they've done that, he will try and volley one off the shaken unit.
Is the gun moving forward as well?
No, gun staying where it
Okay.
is. Well, the gun could move forward. couldn't
Yeah.
it? Move the brigade. And it's 8. 1 off, just the 1. Okay. They've already got it. 1. Their brigade orders. They're stuck, so they can't get round. Ah! Traffic jam. Dumb cavalry commander again. Marshal now needs to be. This order comes off. Marshal needs to be. He can move 18. Send to about there. Close to the centre of the line. I think that is it for the Prussian army. Apart from shooting.
Yes, we're all staying there. They've moved in there.
Any closing fire?
Oh, no. Oh, actually,
They can't. They
no.
hit the flank.
Hitting the flanks. They can't do anything.
No, there isn't, is there?
That's it. No, it's basically just a straightforward because they've bounced
They've bounced, so we'll do the melee, but we bounce. So just move those back a base steps, just so we know they're bounced.
out there.
Yeah.
So actually, they are in squares. They can't countercharge, but I think they can shoot
In their move.
unless I change them, because obviously I could actually order them to form back.
Okay. Right.
I could really annoy them by telling them to basically take an initiative move to get back into line, back into square, back into line, back into square, make up your mind.
Mon
Dieu.
Is it not the British that are doing this, monsieur? Right. From the right, I think. Musket range is 18.
Yep.
The cuirassiers can get shot at. So let's give some back of what we've taken. Shall we?
Stood there being
6th Infantry Regiment. 2 hits.
2 hits, and to save on 4 up. Oh, 2 casualties.
2 casualties.
Taking quite a bit leading out the front there.
Another 3 from the reserve battalion.
One disordered.
Hit and a disorder.
And it's no, it's shaken and disordered.
And the artillery will do the same. So it's 2 from dashing the artillery, isn't it?
Yes, not quite close range, but less than half range. Nice. Oh, another 2 hits, and that's going to be 5s to save. Oh, 1 more hit, so they'll be taking a test at the end of the turn.
Okay. They will fire at those. Oh, were they disordered? No, they weren't.
No, because they were. Were they?
Were they? I thought those were disordered, weren't they?
They were. Yes, that's their disorder. They were. Those were shaken and disordered.
Yeah. So I took it off. Just moved it. Right. Okay. 3 dice. Just 1 hit.
Within, I'd say you're on the 6, so we'll take that as 3 hits. I think.
3 hits. Okay.
So I've got some here. 4 to save. Oh, another 2 hit. They're shaken. To 3.
The artillery will shoot as well. So 3 dice. No, it's not. It's not 6.
Not quite. No, so 2
2 dice.
2 into them, but a -1 save.
1 hit.
1 hit. 5. No. -1. 4. That's saved.
Okay. Those.
Yeah.
I think try and get one.
So 6. We'll allow 6 for all those. That was the intention, was to get in close on it. So 3's.
2 hits.
2 hits disordered.
Yep.
4 up save. No, 2 casualties. That.
Oh, this is like ominous.
Very, very well. There's a little more.
And if the skirmishers onto those, I might click brigade.
I think this is where it's all going to go.
1 hit.
Oh,
Crucial, I think.
that's saved.
Oh, was that 2 hits?
Sorry, yeah, one more.
One go.
Oh! Was that a 6?
Yeah.
So that was a
No, it wasn't 6. It wasn't 6. It was 4.
Okay. 2 shaken. That's a shaken brigade.
Okay. They can fire. It'll be 6s to hit at your gunners. I'll fire at that battery there.
Yes, because it's a unclear. It's a deployed artillery and you're disordered. So yeah, 6s. Oh, good lord.
3 hits. Well, 2 hits.
2 hits. And just disordered. 1 casualty. Disordered. Which battery was it? Just
That one. So they can't run away.
Yeah, not going anywhere. And is it artillery as well?
Yeah, the artillery at the same battery, I think.
Oh, so that's 2 dice.
2 dice.
And
5s to hit.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, it's not a hit. -1. Oh, they're shaken.
Okay. That is it. Let's do the bounce out of that.
Mhm.
So against square.
Now, actually, how does that work?
I think we just bounce off.
Yeah, does
You
it
just check?
does that
Cavalry against
does
square.
that result in a
We fall back, or
does that result in a combat at all?
Cavalry versus square.
Let's probably look at the actual bit for that. Italian squares. Let's see what that has a.
I've been manner. Judging by the formula.
Enemy cavalry are not permitted to charge a square unless it's disordered or shaken.
You form the square.
So even determined cavalry charge, whose special rules will not charge home onto a square unless it's shaken. Cavalry ordered to do so will automatically halt 3 centimetres away, and you can use whatever move to ride the cavalry back or around the side of the square. So actually we did that right. So you declared the charge, I managed to get them into a square,
We just bounce back.
and you stopped there.
So we stop there just
I do get 1 dice firing from each angle of it, but I don't shoot closing fire. So, yeah, so there is no melee there.
Right.
There is there.
Yeah. Is that Nathaniel going?
He popped back and I think he'd forgotten something.
Okay. You're up for his water bottle, I think. So, column of attack against artillery.
Actually, yeah, let's have a check what that is. Attack column shoots 1 dice. Yeah, it shoots 1 dice, but it still attacks with its normal.
6.
Its normal 6.
What did artillery fight with 2?
I think they fight with like none or 1. It's really, really, very little. Let's just check that on here. Foot artillery, hand to hand is 1. The 3.
So we'll beat back the land there.
So you hit on 3s because you charged. Oh, and I actually get a hit back myself. Actually,
I got 4 hits.
4 hits. Okay. So I'll save on 4s. Oh, 2 hits. Well, that's
2
enough
saves.
to.
2 saves.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3. So overshaken, but you've scored 2 in the in this.
I checked 2, so I.
So I did 1 damage on you. So you need to roll 1 save of 4 up.
No.
Oh, so you've got 1 casualty. Now, artillery doesn't count for support.
No.
That counts as support. So you caused 2 casualties to me.
Yeah.
Plus 1, 3. So you have won
The melee.
the melee.
So you take a morale test, and I think you're automatically
I
destroyed.
don't think there's much chance of it.
Check the results. I think it's automatic destruction, no matter what.
Hand to hand, artillery, breaks. Yeah, there's. Yeah, artillery breaks, no matter what the break test result is. If
They're gone.
Lose that, they're gone.
And then I pursue into the other one, I think.
I believe you can do a victorious follow-up move.
Yeah.
It's something like you just carried. Try to move it. Yes, and fight in combat. Troops. Those units. You can advance upon the retiring enemy. You go to that. Do nothing. Change formation. Fall back. Sweeping advance. Cavalry units are allowed to charge fresh enemy when they're making a sweeping advance. It's only an option following the first round of combat when a unit charges and when the enemy retire or are broken. Sweeping advance and charge. So you can advance, but you can't make only cavalry can make a sweeping advance and a charge.
So sweeping advance. Oh, so it's not in the contact then.
Pretty much, yeah. You could move it. You could move that round. Well, actually, you can change formation, so you could basically form into line
On your flank like that.
Exactly. Yeah, that makes sense.
And they can't move because they're disordered.
Yeah. So yes, that makes perfect sense. Like that. Yes. So swing around there. Yep, facing into that. They can fire. They can fire.
Yep.
There's still stuff going on over here. They've all done what they need to do, haven't they?
Yep. So two dice.
We actually interrupted the shooting phase to do the hand-to-hand, but it made sense to work out a brigade's action.
No, one hit.
One hit, yeah.
One hit.
4-up save. Yes, bounces.
And the Silesians. One hit.
Oh, someone takes a casualty. Which one were they shooting at?
The Silesians there. The yellow. That concludes the
Right, now then.
morale tests.
I think that's game over, but I'll just check the morale test here because they're shaken.
Yep.
They're shaken. Out of the 4, that's a shaken
Brigade.
a broken brigade. Now, they've lost 1 and shaken out of the 4.
Yep.
So that's a shaken brigade. Although we'd normally say that artillery brigades don't count towards it. But there's 2 of these left. Shaken and 1 destroyed out of the 3, 2 out of 3.
That's
the cavalry's broken brigade. We'll just test that anyway, so it's -1 for that, -1 for that.
They're gone.
So they are gone. So that puts it as broken brigade, essentially broken, but still doesn't count. There's only 1 brigade that's still intact on the table over here. This one.
Yeah.
So in total we have French brigade intact, but artillery brigade broken, cavalry brigade broken, pushing through there, and 2 out of the 4 are shaken, which means that's a broken brigade as well. So that means victory to the Prussians. Wunderbar! Und Ahmed! So as night falls, the French disengage in disarray.
Flee the battlefield. The extreme third brigade pulls back over the river and marches off.
But if you see the general front line is that the Prussians have pushed across these roads. They've got this area. They've taken the town. They've anchored it on here, and they're basically massacring everything in the middle here as well, up to the church. So yes, I'd say that's a pretty decent Prussian victory.
Man of the match was good to the Landwehr Brigade.
Yes, definitely. And these guys who basically took that out and weathered all that storm in the middle as well.
Yeah.
Excellent stuff. Right, I'll cut the stream there at a ignominious French defeat, and we're going to have a brew, celebration brew for that. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll do this again.
Yeah.
Tatty bye for now. Say bye, Derek.
Bye, Derek.